start with a quick recap of what we have already studied in the previous class. The subject of a sentence is the noun-pronoun group of nouns or a group of words acting together. The subject may be plural or singular. The most important rule of subject-verb agreement is if the subject, that is the noun or pronoun, is singular, the verb must be singular. If it is plural, the verb must be plural. For singular verbs, except these helping verbs, that is am, is, was, has, does, other verbs are written with s or es, only in present tense. For example, she dances or he goes. And for plural verbs, except these helping verbs, that is are, were, have, do, other verbs are written without s or es, only in present tense. For example, we dance or they go. Now let's look at a few more rules of subject-verb agreement. News is always singular, so we use singular verbs. For example, what is the latest news? So as we can see, we've used a singular verb here, that is. One of is always singular. So in this also we use singular verbs. For example, one of my books is torn. So as we can see, we've used a singular verb here, that is. If there are two subjects in a sentence, the verb is plural. For example, Anita and Rekha are going to the cinema. As we can see in this sentence, there are two subjects, that is Anita and Rekha. So we have used are, that is a plural verb. If the two subjects are generally bracketed as one or is a combination, the verb is singular, like bread and jam or idli and sambar are both two subjects that are generally bracketed as one or they are a combination. So for example, we'll take a sentence like bread and jam makes a tasty snack. As I've already explained that bread and jam are a combination, so we'll use a singular verb here, that is makes. If the subject and the verb are separated by a group of words, the verb must agree with the subject. The girl with the several books in her hand is my daughter. Here, girl is the subject. When the name of a country, a book or a film, subjects, games end with an S, it takes a singular verb. For example, the United States is a powerful country. Star Wars is an exceptionally good movie. Economics is an interesting subject. People and kettle always take the plural verb. For example, cattle need grass or they will die. People are getting tired of empty promises. When the plural number is used for distance, weight and amount of money as a single figure or quantity, it is considered singular and takes a singular verb. For example, 500 years is a long time. 2,000 rupees is a large amount. One third of the population is illiterate. So all of these are plural numbers, yet they take a singular verb, that is. Each, every, everyone, everybody, someone, somebody, nobody, anybody, either. They take a singular verb. For example, everyone is present today. Somebody has lost a pen. Every child was well dressed. Either of the two roads leads to the railway station. None of, each one of, neither, either, not one of takes a singular verb. Please note, the noun following these words is always plural. For example, none of the books is good. Either of the boys has stolen the money. One of the children was absent yesterday. A collective noun takes a singular verb when it means one. For example, a bunch of keys was on the table. The litter of puppies has been found in the backyard. If two subjects are joined by with or as well as, the verb agrees with the first subject. For example, Ram as well as his friend has won the first prize. Here, Ram and his friends are two subjects, but the verb agrees with the first subject, which is Ram. So the verb used here is has. Similarly, the ministers with the king were killed. In this, the ministers and the king are two subjects, but were is used here because verb agrees with the first subject, which is plural. Two or more singular subjects connected by or, nor, either or, neither nor take a singular verb. If both subjects are plural, then verb is plural. For example, neither he nor I was mistaken. Here, the subject he and I are both singular and joined by neither nor. So verb is singular. Other examples are Ashok or his brother is to blame, or either the boys or the girls are wrong. If both subjects are plural, verb is plural. This is because when we use neither nor, either or and either or neither, we actually mean anyone amongst the two, not both. If two subjects joined by or, neither nor are of different numbers, the verb should agree with the subject closest to it. For example, John or his brothers are to blame. In this, John is singular while brothers is plural. Neither the teachers nor their students is present. In this, teachers is plural while student is singular. In the last sentence, teachers is plural subject whereas students is singular. The verb according to the rule has to agree with the subject closest to it. The closest subject is student. So, is is used. Let's look at some other examples with the same rule as we have seen in the previous slide. For example, the children or the teacher is to blame. Or either the teacher or the students have to be present. In this case, teacher is singular subject, whereas students is plural. The verb, according to rule, has to agree with the subject closest to it. The closest subject is students, so have is used. A lot of, plenty of, some of, half of, most of take a plural verb for countable nouns and singular verb for uncountable nouns. Some of the houses are not fit to live in. Half of the luggage was spoiled by the rain. Most of the time was spent in buying presents for the guests. So let us summarize what we have learnt. News information takes a singular verb. Collective nouns take a singular verb when it means one. One of, each one of, none of, either, neither always takes a singular verb. Everybody, somebody, everyone, anyone always takes a singular verb. When two subjects are considered as a combination, we use a singular verb. Name of country, book or film ending in S takes a singular verb. People and kettle take a plural verb. Time, distance, weight and money, even when in plural numbers, take a singular verb. When two subjects are joined by with and as well as, the verb agrees with the first subject. When either or, neither nor join two subjects which are of different numbers, one singular and other plural, then verb agrees with the subject closest to it. I hope you've got the rules. I request you to revise these rules and solve the worksheets. Thank you.